Hello and welcome back to another walk around video from Cambridgeshire Used Car Sales. Today I'm very pleased to be able to show you around this 2004 Rover 25, which has covered just 35,000 miles from new and has also had just two owners, the last of which a lady from 2008 when the car was just 4 years old. Finished in turquoise metallic coachwork with contrasting full beige leather upholstery, this Rover 25 must not be confused with any other currently available today. This car has been incredibly well cherished over its life and is a pleasure to see. We'll just take an overview of the car now, and then we will take a look at the closer details for you, but I'm sure you'll be incredibly impressed with the overall condition that this car is in. Firstly, we shall take a closer look at the interior for you. Here we can see the aforementioned full beige leather interior, which really is in wonderful condition. It is a pleasure to see a car that's been this well looked after. The Rover also has a very high specification too, as well as the leather upholstery, air conditioning, electric sunroof, windows, mirrors, radio CD player and remote central locking too. Nothing untoward to note about the seats or interior here, just in wonderful condition, as well as the original Rover overmats, all present and correct as well. The door shuts as expected, lovely order, very clean, very tidy. And the door cards as well. And finally the door shut on the door itself too. Moving to the passenger side, much the same story here. Here we can see the dashboard in a little bit more detail. Wonderfully clean, wonderfully tidy, lovely and light and airy as well with this light coloured interior. Feels lovely and spacious. Seats, once again, wonderful condition. And just to show you from a different few angles here, the previously mentioned Rover overmats, which is very nice to always see. And also the wood effect fascias here. You can see the air conditioning, the radio CD player as well, and the automatic gearbox. Unsurprisingly, the door shuts on this side just as clean and tidy, chassis plate all present and correct. And the passenger side door card as well. In general, absolutely lovely condition. For the final overview of the interior for you, here we have the rear seats, which I must say barely look like they've ever been sat in. Absolutely outstanding condition. I'm not sure if I'll ever have the opportunity to see another Rover 25 with an interior condition like this. and likewise the rear door shuts. Wonderful condition. I'm now going to take this opportunity to show you around the Rover in a little more detail on a panel by panel basis. Firstly, we can see here the optional 15-inch Serpent alloy wheels, and also a look down the panel here. Those slight marks there, that's not a mark on the bodywork. They are in fact some flies and insects from the recently harvested fields, which have just come across here. But lovely condition down the side of the car here. Evidently been garaged and cherished throughout its life. And this makes a nice change, this turquoise, metallic turquoise colour, from the sea of blacks and silvers and dark greys that we all seem to see on the roads today. Very nice and refreshing. Similarly, down the side of the car from this angle, absolutely lovely. And just panning down so you can see the lower portion of the car too. To the rear of the car, the spoiler is present and correct, just adds a nice little bit of styling to the back of the car here, and once again, lovely condition all around. No corrosion or rust on the bodywork to even dare speak about. It's just been thoroughly well looked after. The rear light lenses, no cracks or damage. And then to the passenger side of the car, much the same story. It's just lovely to see a car that's been looked after and is in this condition. With this car being in the condition you can see here, arguably this car is no doubt a future classic, and already there is plentiful interest in cars just like this, on the cusp of being a modern classic, in this wonderful condition, and with them holding shows and events around the country, bringing cars like this together, this would not be out of place at all at one of their events and shows. People would love to see this car, and as mentioned before, I very much doubt I will see another Rover 25 that's been looked after as well as this and presented in this condition. Finally, coming round to the front of the car here, we can see all the wings in lovely order, and also the front bumper too. And a closer look at the front bumper here. Once again, those few black specks are just some flies and insects from the recently harvest on the fields. The wonderful condition continues under the bonnet, and I think it's important just to take a minute here just to appreciate how clean and tidy it is under the bonnet. Obviously it's been serviced religiously throughout its life, and we'll take a look at the full service history shortly, but just look at it. Wonderful. All the strut tops lovely, so clean and tidy. It is in time warp condition. A pleasure to see. Naturally, drives very well indeed. The automatic gearbox makes for a very relaxing drive, and all works as it should, of course. We will start up the engine shortly in the video for you. And of course, even under the bonnet itself, it's absolutely wonderful. Just going to the rear of the car, I'll show you the condition of the boot and under the boot carpet as well. Naturally in here, absolutely wonderful. Puts modern new cars to shame for the condition. Testament to its previous owners. What I'll do here is I'll show you underneath the boot carpet in the spare wheel well, and even the toolkit here, you can see, is still in the original factory cellophane wrapping, which is absolutely amazing to see. Likewise, all of the steel work around the outside here, just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Now to start the car for you. Ignition on. Start the car, and settles down to a nice idle. Just pop back to the office here just to show you the full service history in a little more detail for you. So the original service books, here we can see 6,000 miles for the first service, 11,000 for the second, 15 for the third, 18 for the fourth, 21,000 for the fifth, 24,000 for the sixth, 28,000 for the seventh, 30,000 for the 8th, 32 for the 9th, 33 for the 10th, and then we will service the car for the 11th service at 35,000 miles. As to recap, an absolutely wonderful example of the Rover 25. Super condition inside and out, and drives very well indeed too. The Rover will be serviced and MOT'd at the point of sale, and as well as that, subject to a PDI, a pre-delivery inspection, where we will check everything else for you. As well as this, it will come with our own in-house 6th-month warranty, and as such, if the car was to fail to proceed, we would arrange to collect the car from your home address, return it to our in-house mechanics, who would then look at the vehicle for you. We hope that this walk-around description and video has shown you this particular car in enough detail. However, if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we'll do our utmost to answer your queries. Thank you for watching.